Sovereignty, unity, vitality, clarity. One of the most important ones, where things like documentaries like this come into play. It ties back in with all those other ones again. You create your reality based on what you're thinking and hearing and experiencing. So the media that you're taking in, the news that you're reading, the movies that you're watching, the music you're listening to, the books you're reading, that all is having an effect on your thoughts. It's having an effect on your reality. And making sure that that's all stuff that's giving you a positive outlook on life, or at least a neutral, a realistic, an objective outlook on life, not things that are making you, think, oh, the world's coming to an end, or oh, this, they're closing in on us, or their government's cracking down. It's like, yeah, there's these things happening, but when that's what you hear about constantly, then that's what you're thinking about constantly, and you're making it happen more in the world, as well as just worrying about it all the time. And that also comes to, like the 4 agreements, like not having expectations, not having, just experiencing the world as it happens. Like, you have things that you want to happen, and you expect that at some point they all will. But as you go throughout your day, just don't anticipate what's going to happen. If you have expectations, are resentments waiting to happen, as Macklemore would put it. Like, anything that you expect is just something that's going to make you feel bad if it doesn't happen. And if you expect things, you're also altering the situations that you're going to be in. Because if you're looking for this, and something over here happens, you may not notice it, because it's not what you were looking for. And if you just are open and observing everything that's going on, then you'll catch all of it. And then you just focus on the things that make you feel good.
Yeah, fully present and full of mind.
Exactly, yes. Mindfulness is a huge thing that people need to practice. Something I'm always and it's practice. It is. It's practicing it, because it's not something that we may or may not be naturally born with it. It's hard to say. Can't talk to too many 1-year-olds. But certainly in our culture, it's beaten out of you over, this whole schooling side of things. Clarity and creativity. I just think of creativity as being connected to Source, God, collective consciousness, the universe, again, whatever word you want to use for it. But just being open to that and letting it flow through you. You think about what you want to do, or how you want to use your energy, or the kind of things you want to create, what kind of message you want to get across to people, and then you meditate on it. You think about, you just go about the rest of your day. You put it out there, and then you just wait for that inspiration to hit you. And that's, a lot of musicians, a lot of artists say, like, I didn't write the song. It came through me. And it did. Even the people who don't think about it that way, it's coming through you. Your human brain, the physical brain, is not coming up with this stuff. No. It's pulling it, it's your computer connected to the internet. The computer itself doesn't have all that information. It's just your gateway to it. And that's what the human brain is. It's our gateway to all that information that's out there. And, I like to say, looking at the world as a canvas, and we're all painters. And so you pick what you want the world to look like, and then just take steps throughout the day, throughout your life, to make it look that way.
Yeah, and embody it.
Yeah,
and that's
exactly. And that's the biggest thing, is in yourself. Yeah. If you aren't living as though the world is what you want it to be, then you aren't making those changes out there. You're not putting it out there. Even if you're talking about it, if you're not living it, then you're not being that force.
Yeah.
And, a friend was telling me about, like, it's, a 500, 600 pound person comes up and tells you about this amazing diet that they found. Well, most people are going to just kind of disregard that immediately. It's like, well, you're as big as you've ever been. You're, like, morbidly obese. You can't run more than a couple minutes without passing out. Why would I believe anything you have to say about a diet?
Yeah.
But that same person comes back to you 6 months later and they weigh 300 pounds less, and you're like, dude, what did you do? How'd you lose that weight? They don't even have to say anything. It's instant. And it's the same thing in all of these aspects. All of a sudden you go to work or you go to, hang out with family or whatever, and you are glowing because you're so healthy. Your body is in the best shape it's ever been. You're happy. You're constantly smiling, laughing, coming up with all these ideas, all these great things going for you in your life. And you don't even have to tell people what you're doing because people will come up and ask you instead. And that's so much more. When someone asks you a question, they're paying a lot more attention than when you're giving them information because they're the ones calling for it.